Anime, a fantastical world of imaginations running wild and clashing with creative minds to create sagas that are inspirational for people around the world. With its roots around World War I, starting off as entertainment, then briefly used as propaganda, it quickly spread throughout the world with interest from each corner of the globe. The community has grown into conferences, shopping, online clubs, where people can connect over their shared love for this art form. The way the art form is expressed also takes the experience to a whole different level. From the directing of the action sequences to the pure emotion of the dramatic ones, anime has truly redefined the standards of the industry. Everyone's experience is different. A professor might think differently than a late-teen college student. A true look at the extent of this phenomenon will require a take on this from different outlooks. We need to look at anime through different eyes. Oh. ごめんね。
いいよ。Okay, is that okay?
You can start by introducing yourself.
私は日本出身の宮本千春と言います。よろしくお願いします。
よろしく。
I'm Jodell. I don't know what else I should say about myself.
That's okay.
I'm CJ, I'm 19.
My name is Irene Faye Doulier, and I am an adjunct faculty at University of San Francisco and San Francisco State University.
So did you watch any anime growing up, or anything in that sense?
Yeah, so I was introduced to anime by way of Wu-Tang Clan in the late 90s. Wu-Tang has been known prolifically to make references to Shaolin movies, old kung fu movies, and also anime and early manga.
Down to your seats.
And I remember being such a fan of Wu-Tang, knowing what each acronym meant, or when they did alphanumerics, what that meant in 5%er philosophy. But then also in between songs, they'll have these cuts from movies, and I remember being an aficionado of Wu-Tang culture. I was like, this is from an anime movie called Crying Freeman, and I watched that and I loved it at the time. I was like 17 or something, and even to the point where I think me and my girlfriends and homeboys were going to get tattoos of on our backs that were featured in the main characters in Crying Freeman.
Honestly, the first anime I probably watched, and I think a lot of people in my generation can relate, is probably something like Pokemon or something lame. Not lame, but it's on TV. But I think the first anime that I watched where I was like, oh, this is what anime is, because when I was watching Pokemon, it was just a cartoon. I didn't know, it's anime versus a cartoon, like an American cartoon.
Yeah.
The first anime that I saw where I knew it was anime was honestly Ranma 1/2.
Oh, I haven't watched that one actually.
Yeah, it's super old school.
I just randomly decided to watch Attack on Titan, and I just got hooked. That's about it.
Okay. So what are your thoughts on the popularity of anime and Japanese culture in Western countries? And did you ever expect it to be as popular as it is now?
日本の文化が海外に受け入れられているのはとても嬉しいです。海外でどのようにアニメや漫画が受け入れられているのか見てみたいです。日本の文化については昔よりも今の方が海外に広がっていると思います。
I think there are other things outside of anime in Japanese culture that I'm interested in, for sure. I think an anime got me into it, maybe not got me into it, but made me aware that it exists. I like Japanese films. I like Japanese food. I've been to Japan. And,
oh, really?
And yeah, definitely played a part in my interest. It's not the only reason I went to Japan, but
right.
I took Japanese in high school, but less because of anime, but more because it would get me to Japan.
I mean, the anime itself has always been, in my eyes, masterful storytelling.
Right.
In a lot of different genres now, like of the stories. So there's like your romance stories or your action stories, and like the niche that I like is sort of like magical realism. And so there's a variety now for folks, right? That it's not always like the crime boss and the, espionage and the ninja, like it's different now. Now you can get all these crazy non-linear time travel. And you can get things for little kids, and you can also get things that tell a story over generations. You can get stories that tell about, like actual war. Like Grave Fireflies. Like that was one of the first animes that I watched that I totally like got my emotional world. But I think it's grown popular since the days it became very rare. My early teenagehood. Because of big media access and distribution.
And a good starter for beginner.
Might as well go big or go home. Like, go with Attack on Titan. Like, I started with that. I got hooked.
Grave of the Fireflies. Perfect Blue.
Yeah.
If you like the darker stuff.
That's all the questions I have. Arigato ne.
No problem.
Well, thank you.
Cool, thank you. It was fun.
Okay, well, thank you.
No problem.
The different perspectives of these people creates an atmosphere that lets viewers know that this is a community for all types of interest. Be it science fiction, historical, drama, and much more, this welcoming atmosphere is how the genre keeps growing without halting for a second. The anticipation for upcoming seasons of animes is immeasurable, with new manga adaptations coming out every season. This art form will never cease to amaze. Watching this genre grow along with the rest of the Day One stands will be my pleasure.